What is up, guys? This is Brandon and I'm back with another accounting video, and today is going to be a question and answer on the CPA exam. So pretty much things that were either asked in the comments or they were asked in the Big Picture CPA Discord. So pretty much I'm just going to go through these questions and kind of give a little bit of feedback and give you some tips. First question is, how would you rank each CPA test hardest to easiest? And what order do you recommend taking the CPA exams in? So definitely the hardest test, in my opinion, is going to be FAR. FAR was definitely the most comprehensive, the longest one, and it was also my first test, so I also struggled a lot on it. REG would definitely be the second. The simulations, in my opinion, for REG are actually harder than FAR, and then it would definitely be audit, and then it would be BEC. Just because those are the two shorter exams out of the four, and I felt like the material isn't as hard to grasp. What order would I take the test in? I took it from, my plan was to take FAR, audit, BEC, and then regulation. I took FAR first because FAR overlaps into the other two exams. So some topics that you learn in FAR are also going to be in audit and BEC. So you'll already kind of have a head start in those two sections. But I've seen other people do regulation second, so they pretty much go from the hardest exam to the easiest. It's pretty much just your preference. Right, question 2. So you focus mostly on the MCs. So what did you do to study for simulations? So yeah, for simulations, I definitely didn't do the kind of normal route of doing all the simulations throughout Becker. Pretty much I saved the review for simulations until the very end when I was in my review period. In my opinion, the simulations are not beneficial if you take too much time going through each simulation in the review. So pretty much what I did was I just did the mock exams, and I would do the simulations in the mock exams, pretty much watch the skillmaster videos explaining those simulations in the mock exams. I would also do the AICPA practice exam simulations, which in my opinion were very similar to what is actually on the real test. But for the simulations, I felt like if I was able to understand the topics by just going through a bunch of multiple choice questions, I wouldn't really need to do all the simulations throughout the review book. Number 3, is Becker's final review worth it, and did you complete it? So in my opinion, Becker's final review is only worth it if you have time in your review period. So pretty much, like I said, I gave myself around 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks, basically just going through all of the exams, I figured out that for me, going through the multiple choice questions like crazy in the normal Becker review, that was more beneficial in terms of me retaining information than going through the final review itself. So the final review basically has condensed lectures, it has some multiple choice, and then it has simulations. I did use the final review on a couple of the tests, and some of it was helpful, but spending too much time going through the final review, in my opinion, is probably not the best way to finish your review period. Number 4 is, what other resources did you use besides just the Becker review? So 3 resources that I used were definitely Reddit. So they have a r/CPA on Reddit where I was able to just, look through the Reddit and pretty much ask questions if I needed to. It's not the most responsive, so if you wanted for something that was more responsive, I would definitely go to the Becker Facebook pages. So the Becker Facebook pages, they have a separate one for each exam. Pretty much you can just post questions from the Becker review and people will pretty much answer it, and it's pretty helpful in terms of understanding from other people's points of views. And I also used a Discord, so I was able to kind of talk to other CPA candidates, get responses more quickly than using the Facebook and Reddit. So I would definitely recommend using all 3 of those resources as extra to your Becker review. So question number 5, did you use any review course besides Becker to supplement or add to the review? So I only used the Ninja Trial. But the Ninja Trial version was actually very helpful for me, especially in REG. REG, I did so many multiple choice questions within the Becker review that I, over time, pretty much memorized most of the questions almost. So the Ninja kind of supplied me with some fresh questions, and I know some people who actually use Ninja as their main review course, and I know that some of them have passed using it. So I definitely recommend using Ninja. I know there's some other ones like super fast CPA, but I only have some experience with Ninja. So definitely I would say if you guys need an extra or a supplement review course, I would definitely go with Ninja. Question 6. What are the hot topics on each of the CPA exams? So pretty much, I guess I'll just go through each CPA exam and pretty much say what I think is going to be important for you to know and will help you pass the CPA exam. So for audit, I would definitely know sampling, adjusting journal entries, the SSARS, and then the SSAE. So pretty much those were the big topics in terms of most of the multiple choice questions, and I do remember getting some adjusting journal entry simulations. So for regulation, I would definitely say no basis, no individual taxation, and no gift taxation. Especially basis, because basis in my experience, and I took it twice, it was the bulk of the simulations part of the exam. So for BEC, I would definitely recommend that you know ERM, COSO, IT, and economics. So IT and COSO were definitely a big part of the exam in my opinion, and those are some of the topics that you should know. For the FAR portion of the exam, I would definitely know governmental, I would know not-for-profit, I would know subsequent events, cash to accrual, stockholders equity, bonds, and consolidations. Pretty much FAR has a lot of information, but definitely those topics I believe made up most of my CPA. That's pretty much gonna wrap up this video today. Thank you guys for all asking those questions in the comments or in the Discord. And if you guys have any more questions, please do not feel afraid to ask down below, and I will make another video just like this answering questions on the CPA exam. So thanks again guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.